Boys, we got Megatron today in Madden 23 Ultimate Team, and in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing something you guys can do to get a version of this Megatron card for a total of net 0 coins. So yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are as well. The only wide receiver better in Madden 23 Ultimate Team is the Golden Ticket Swift card. As you can see, EA Sports had to give me a GT in this game for those skills. But enough messing around, let's get into the video and talk about getting a full Megatron card for free. Now, full transparency, this is not the 91 Calvin Johnson. The 91 Calvin Johnson, if there was a way to get him for free, it would be game breaking. Instead, what I'm going to be showing you is a way to get this 88 Calvin Johnson for free. This 88 Megatron is still one of the best receivers in this game. He's basically just as good as Justin Jefferson, 88 speed, 6'5 height. That is ridiculous, and we're going to get this man for free. Now, to get this card, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going on over to my sets, and I'm going on over to the new Calvin Johnson set in this game, and I know this is going to require a lot of coins. It's net 0 coins, but it does require a lot up front, so a lot of people that are watching this video are probably going to be pissed off, and I apologize because this does take a lot of coins up front to get started with. But what I'm going to do in the video is showcase this Megatron set right here and how the numbers actually work on it in a very interesting way. And essentially what we're going to be doing is completing this 91 overall Calvin Johnson set, selling off the Calvin Johnson to A, actually make a bit of profit, which is kind of crazy, and B, in the fine print, as you can see, you get a BND 88 overall Megatron for doing this set. But let's dive into the numbers and showcase how we can do this set and do it for the right price, because this does look like a lot of value. 588 is a lot of players, and then the 88 overall Calvin Johnson, that feels like a lot of coins in spend. But let's go over the numbers. It'll make a lot more sense when we show them. So let's talk about the numbers, because even though this is only an 88 Calvin Johnson, getting him for free is kind of crazy. Like, this is still one of the best receivers in this game, and in order for that to happen, what you guys got to do is you got to find your 88 overall AKA players for a price of 200k, because basically the goal of this is we're trying to get these 588 overall AKA players for about 200k per player. That's 1 million coins invested into those cards. Then after you've done that, you're also going to scoop up the 88 Calvin Johnson, which right now is selling for a little bit more than 200k. He's like 220 right now. So in total, your total spend is going to be about 1,220,000 coins. And then once you've done that, of course, you're going to be getting this 91 Calvin Johnson, who right now is selling for a price of about 1.35 million. So after tax, when you sell this card off for about 1.35 million, that number is going to come down to basically the exact value you started with, and you're going to be left over with 88 Calvin Johnson for free. So let's get into the bulk of the method and showcase this kind of crazy thing we're going to be doing on the channel. As we see a Calvin Johnson up for 209k, that would be a great deal. But basically what you're doing is you're filtering it down by the quality 88 to 89, the program AKA, and all I'm doing right here is I'm refreshing. If I see a Calvin Johnson card up for like 210, I'm most certainly going to take it, because that Calvin Johnson card is definitely the hardest one to get for the set. But otherwise, if you see any 88 overall AKA player up for 200,000 coins or less, you're buying the card. I've seen these cards up for 190, I've seen them up for 195, and I really should have bought those cards when I was looking at this filter earlier, but instead I decided to wait for the video right here. So we're gonna do our sniping. We see a Calvin Johnson up for 214. I'm probably gonna hold back. I'll try and find that card for cheaper, because I was actually seeing that player up for about 200k a little bit earlier. But yeah, let's try and find our snipes. And this is really all we're going to be doing. We're just refreshing on this filter. Again, quality 88 to 89, the program AKA. And as we're looking for our snipes right here, I took home $180 in wins yesterday on Underdog Fantasy. I did lose some. I would say my total profit was probably about like $75, which is pretty good for making some higher or lower picks and watching some football on Sunday. If you guys want to check out Underdog Fantasy before Monday Night Football tonight, I will leave the link to the app in the description. I'm going to post my picks over on Twitter as well. But basically the way it works is you download it, you use code SWIFT, which is an awesome way to support the channel, and then you make higher or lower picks on some of the stat projections. As we see a Calvin for 204, we can't land it. But like I was saying, you just make higher or lower picks, and depending on how many you get right, you can maybe 6x, 10x, or 20x your money. Of course, you guys gotta be 18 plus, but I will leave the link to the app in the description, and I will leave it in the pinned comment. I would honestly use it if I wasn't sponsored by them, but since I'm sponsored by them, use code SWIFT when you sign up. 204 for Darrell Revis. We get our first snipe of the video. I know it's a little bit more than I was hoping for, but hopefully we find some other ones at like 196 to kind of cost offset and get that total down. Oh, please, 194 for T-Sizz. Can we land it? Yes, we can. Exactly what I said. I literally predicted it. I was like, now we need one for 194 to make it so that those cards average out to 200Ks. T-Sizz for 202. Can we get that? Oh man, we're on fire right now, bro. We're on fire. That is 3 of the 88s we needed already. Ooh, Christian Okoye Okoye for 195. Can we get that? Yes, we can. Come on now, man. Man, the numbers on this are actually going to end up being really nice. We're probably going to get these 88s for less than we thought. I was hoping 1,000,000 coins for them. It should end up being like maybe a little bit less. And you know what, boys? I see a Calvin Johnson up for 213. I'm going to take it. I would say 220k or less is kind of what you want for Calvin Johnson. That card's more expensive because, of course, he's the only one that's required to go into the set. But in terms of prices, you're looking for like 200k for the other 88s, and then you want 220 or less for the Calvin. Can we get this for 198? We cannot. But otherwise, I would say basically every single snipe I've gotten in the video is less than I was hoping for. I was projecting 220 for the Calvin. We got him for 213. And we've also found a lot of really, really good snipes for these other 88s. I would say overall, it's less than a mil for these other 88s. So we're looking really good. Here we go, man. The final 88. Can we land this, please? We are going to be getting the Christian Okoye. And for full transparency, I'm pretty sure I showed you guys every single purchase I made live in the video. So just like that, we spend less than 1,000,000 coins on the 88s. That's amazing. And we spend less than 220k on the Calvin Johnson. That's going to mean in total spend, I would say we're probably hovering around 1.2 million, a little bit less than a mil for the other 88s, and then a bit over 200k for the Calvin Johnson. That should probably end up being about 1.2 mil. And that essentially means that as long as we can sell off the Calvin Johnson 91 overall player for a price of 1.33 million or more, we're going to break even or make profit. After tax, 1.33 million is 1.2 million. So if we sell the card off for 1.33, we break even and we end up getting the 88 Calvin Johnson for free. If we sell it for more than 1.33, we're actually going to make profit. To get Madden 23 coins for the 100% cheapest price on the internet, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link in the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. So here we go. Let's do this set live in the video. I'm going to click square. I'm going to redeem it. And here we go. 91 Calvin Johnson. As quickly as he's on the team, he's going to be gone. We're going to be opening up the Megatron pack right here. Let's see how this looks. It honestly should be pretty sick. I'm curious what these animations look like. Are they more beautiful than the original AKA ones? They're pretty similar, but 91 Calvin Johnson, the card art is sick, man. I can't believe this card is on my team. He's going to be gone really quickly, but this 88 Calvin Johnson, he's sticking around, man. So yeah, here we go. We're selecting both of the players. 88 Calvin Johnson is going to go on the team. 91 Calvin Johnson is going to get sold off. And yeah, man, the 88 Calvin Johnson is worth a lot of coins. As you guys could see, he was selling for 200k. Now, all we got to do is sell off this Calvin Johnson, and as you guys can see, he is selling for more than 1.33 million coins. So it's looking like we're actually going to make profit. I'm going to put the card up for maybe like 1.37. I'll take a little bit of profit. Honestly, though, I'm not doing this to make profit. I'm doing this to get the Calvin for free. So I kind of just want this card to sell off quickly. 1.37 million. Again, 1.33 is what we're looking for to break even. And let's sell this card off. So yeah, fingers crossed he sells quickly because I want the coins back on my account. But this 88 Calvin Johnson is now on the team. Let's go. And hey, if you're watching this video and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I post a ton of methods kind of like this where I talk about getting free players and free player tactics. So scroll down, click that red subscribe button if you're not subscribed. And I'm going to put him in at wide receiver 2. He's going to be replacing CeeDee Lamb. He is definitely a better card than CeeDee Lamb, man. Like, he's got way more speed than CeeDee Lamb, way more height than CeeDee Lamb. And the route running is going to be better as well. So an awesome upgrade and a free upgrade to a Calvin Johnson card that looks dope. But I'm hopeful my card sells. I believe this one is mine. He's the cheapest one on the auction block. So if you want Calvin Johnson, go buy my card right here so I can make my coins back. But until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a wonderful day. Peace. And before you go, if you like this video, I recommend you click this one too.